Hey there, booze buddies, and welcome to another episode of Paranormal Spirits, where we share a drink, we tell you a spooky story, and then we rip it apart because booze always shows the truth. And as always, we will be playing Emily's Drinking Game.
Emily's Drinking Game! Ooh, yeah, ooh, yeah.
Where every time we screw up a word or phrase, we take a drink. So grab a drink, grab yourself a little snacky poo, and play along with us.
Today, I have an Herby Leggy for us.
It's been a while since we've had an Herby Leggy.
It has been a while since we got down the Herby Leggy road. And this Herby Leggy is kind of cryptid sprinkled. So it's kind of like a cryptid urgy.
I'll help you. It's a criburgy.
It's a... Done. So, today, I'm going to tell you the tale of the Pope Lick Monster.
I'm sorry, the Pope Lick Monster?
Yes, ma'am. You heard correctly. The Pope Lick Monster. No, sir. It's not a monster that goes around licking popes. That's why I clicked on the link. And I was very disappointed. But I decided I would tell you the tale anyways. There is actually no licking in this tale whatsoever.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Not a single lick. Outside of Louisville, Kentucky, in eastern Jefferson County, the nope, that's a lie. Get ready to drink, Lynn. The Norfolk Southern Railroad runs right through Floyd's Park, and that's where this particular story takes place because it's on Pope Lick Creek. Whoever named that creek needs a new job. They need to be hired somewhere else. You know what a good creek name is? Pope Lick.
Not only did he come up with the name, but people had to agree with him. That's a great name, Pope Lick.
So, the Pope... Oh my God. The PLM is what I'm going to call him because we're just going to... So we're going to drink now. So the PLM, or the Goat Man, he is reported to live beneath a railroad trestle, which is like a big bridge, right? I don't know, just to explain it for people, because I didn't know what a trestle was. So it's like one of those railroad tracks that has the really tall guys that hold it up. They're not actual guys.
Just the guys, like...
It's just a bunch of really tall guys.
We got it, don't worry.
He's reported to live under this trestle. Let me tell you a little bit about what he looks like, or the description of him. He appears as a human-goat hybrid. He has grotesquely deformed body of a man. So he has like a human-goat hybrid, but more man body than goat body.
Can you imagine a goat body with just a man head?
I want it to be that so bad. Just the cutest little goat body. And the guy's like, get off my trestle! Ah!
But it's gotta be a guy that's like not attractive. Like Abraham Lincoln's head, his face on a goat.
You don't think Abraham Lincoln was hot? They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. I'm going to just quote this because it's way better than I could ever describe it. It has powerful fur-covered goat legs, an alabaster-skinned face with an aquiline nose and wide-set eyes. He has short, sharp horns that protrude from the forehead, dink, nestled in long, greasy hair that matches the color of the fur on his legs. So the carpets do match the drapes. There are different versions of the story of where he came from, right? So some people say that he was a circus freak who like fell off the circus train and sought revenge for being mistreated in the circus. And then in another story, they say that he was a creature that escaped after a train derailed on the tracks. And that's kind of linked to a different legend. It's called the ghost train, right? So like, you know, legend on legend, legendception. And the third story, which is my favorite, claims that he is really the twisted reincarnation of a farmer who sacrificed goats in exchange for satanic powers.
Wow. Why would a farmer need satanic powers? Grow corn!
I want the most evil crops of all crops. I want my crops to come out angry and mean. I want mean crops. That's it.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
You don't want that?
No, I just mean like, why would a farmer want satanic, what did it say? Satanic powers?
Yeah. You've never like wanted...
Well, I mean, first of all, what are satanic powers? Is that like you can make people sin? I'm an evil farmer. I don't even know what you would do with that.
That is so scary. It was a really good impression of an evil farmer. I like that it started off as Santa Claus, the evil farmer. Ho, 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 I'm here. Legend has it he can either like mimic voices or lure you out like with some sort of hypnosis-y powers. I don't know why there's a lot of this going on, but come out onto these train tracks. Ah, I'm a goat. So he's got like hypnosis voice that will draw you out onto the train tracks, and then you get smashed to smithereens by an oncoming train. There's another version where it says that he'll lure you out there, and then you see him and he's so gruesome and he's so gross that you jump off the 100-foot tall trestle to your death because you're like, no.
That's what I do when I see like people that I'm like, no.
I go, ugh, you're so gross. Dead. That's how I do it. Leap to my death to avoid a disgusting person. Ain't nobody got time to look at ugly. Ugh. Some legends say that it attacks victims, multiple, not just one, with a blood-stained axe.
You can't be bothered to like clean the axe in between people.
He's a goat. That's bad manners. I know those are sheep sounds, but goats make the same sounds. They bleat, right?
They do. They do bleat.
So I bet his victims bleat a lot to death.
Does he faint at the sight of the blood?
Oh, shoot. Imagine if he was mixed with a fainting goat. And just randomly he'd be like, come out here, I want to kill you with my axe. And then there's another little tiny version of a story of things that he does where there's like a path or a road that goes underneath the trestle. And some people say that he'll jump off and onto the cars for funsies.
Can you imagine you're driving by, having a good day,
The door, I'm here, with my axe. We just combined all the stories.
Just like, and that was it.
That's it.
They chew round. Like, I can't do it very well. They go like, they're like.
They do chew round.
And she's just sitting there like.
The funniest. And they always chew on like paper and shit.
He just jumps down with. I mean, like, what
in the public is this? So there is a common misconception that the trestle is abandoned and it's no longer in use. But alas, my friends, it is still in use. There are still trains that go there. And big old heavy freight trains drive down there a lot. But because this is a legend, right? And it's an urban legend, people go out there all the time. And people have gotten annihilated. A lot of people have died out there.
Serious?
Yes. Yeah, there's a lot of people that have died. I found the story about this guy named David Nee, Knee, like your limb, like your joint, and his girlfriend, and they were walking on the tracks. They went on a tour, so they have like haunted tours around that area, like little hiking trails and stuff, and they were really into the paranormal. So she had found this like, go this way for more fun, right, to get to the trestle and the bridge and all that. And they ended up in the middle of this bridge, right, which is really high up. There's nothing on the sides, and from the descriptions that I read, it was very difficult to navigate, and it really felt like it's not safe, right? It's not even close to safe. And the tracks are there, but they're so far apart from each other that it was hard to walk on them. And in the interview that he said in this article, he said that they hadn't even heard the train until it was about 40 feet in front of them. And it was just coming in hot. And then he ended up jumping off and hanging off the side and hoping that she did the same. So he basically slipped down the side and was holding on the side, and she did not. And so she was killed. And he doesn't really say much aside from the fact that they didn't hear the train coming. And like, how do you not hear a train coming?
It's crazy. I mean, first of all, why are you walking on the tracks?
He also said that she was really into adventures and like kind of like really taking risks. And in high school, they used to do a lot of stupid stuff together and all that kind of jazz. And he said that she kind of like lured him out on, like, she was like, come with me, like extended her hand, very, you know, whatever, she's dead, one side of the story. But even still, like, it was very weird to me that they couldn't hear the train coming until it was 40 feet. Like, that's not far. I also found a whole list of other people that died on this bridge. You want to hear about them? I'll tell you. Death and injuries at the Poke Blick Trestle. So there was 15-year-old Savannah Bright, who her and another friend were hit by the train and knocked off the side. Savannah was pronounced dead at the scene, and another unnamed female was in critical condition. There was no update on her.
Would it be in bad taste if I said Savannah not so bright?
Rest in pieces. Bad taste, yes, but hilarious nonetheless. Sorry, if you die in a stupid way, then you get to get made. I'm sorry. If that was a total freak accident.
Right.
It's not. We can't make fun of you. But if you stroll out onto a 100-foot tall trestle and then get hit by the train.
Darwin Award candidate.
100%.
Yeah.
Natural selection, kids. Remove all warning labels. I know I told you that, right? This is not related to the story. I believe that we've catered to the stupid for so long that the world is now full of idiots. And if we removed all warning labels for a year and didn't like allow lawsuits to occur if somebody did something stupid and died, I think it would just reinstate natural selection a little bit.
I like it. My flat iron has a warning label that says will burn eyeballs.
I had a curling iron one that said for external use only.
Oh, girl.
I'm obsessed with reading warning labels, to be very honest, because I think they're hilarious. And I was on a pool float once that was like, do not use when it's uninflated. This is not a life preserver. The warning label on this pool float was like this. That was the moment for me. Remove all warning labels because I can't. Okay, so coming in second, it's not a list and it's not a ranking, but number 2 on the list is 26-year-old Raquel Bain. She was with her boyfriend. She was hit by a train and fell. And this was David Nee's girlfriend. So David Nee's girlfriend, Raquel Bain, was 26 years old. And he was dangling off the side and she got whacked the dude off.
She was the Bain train.
35-year-old James Ratterman. He was trapped. He was deer poaching, trapped underneath an overturned ATV, stuck on the trestle, and got hit by the train. I need to revisit. I need to talk about this.
Yeah, let's. Because deer poaching, first of all, why is he driving an ATV on a train trestle?
And how did he flip it?
Because you said the tracks, like, it's not close together.
Well, he was flipped over. He didn't fall off of it. He was flipped over on the tracks and then got hit by the train.
It's like a turtle on its back.
I've done that. Yeah, see, most of these people just were like strolling along on the tracks.
Have they not learned from the hundreds of years of train track fatalities?
I don't know, but if I'm going to walk on a train track, I'm not going to do it 100 feet in the air.
Where there's nowhere to jump in case a train comes by.
Well, I don't even want to walk 100 feet in the air on anything. Ever.
No.
I don't want to walk anywhere.
No.
Maybe ATV guy had the right idea. Headed on the highway, looking for adventure. Way! Yeah, so it looks like, having actually looked at the list now, it just looks like these people, most of them, were just taking a leisurely stroll down the tracks. This is the most 1985 death of all time. I do want to read this one because I feel like his name is fake. Because his name on the list is John K. List.
Stop.
So in 1985, John K. List was killed when he was struck by a train. He was on the trestle with a friend whose name was Randall Graves, which also feels like a very fake name in this scenario. and they had been on the trestle shooting crows. Graves was able to hang on to a cross tie when the train passed, and which saved his life. And List was in 30 feet at the end of the trestle, and he was struck and killed, so he was not able to hang. So basically, this is what happens. If two people go out there, one person hangs, and the other one can't hang.
You would think after the first time that people died on these train tracks, the locals might be like, you know what? Maybe we shouldn't walk on these. Or maybe the second time people died, they'd be like, you know what? We really shouldn't walk on these. Or maybe the third time people died, they'd be like, you know what? This is really not a great idea to walk on these. Or maybe the fourth time someone died, they might go, guys, maybe we don't walk on these.
People don't think that they're active. They don't look active. I can show picture as hang tight. Let me.
Well, then why don't they put a sign up? This is an active train track.
There are signs, but we all know people can't read, and they won't read. So let me just show you the old trestle so we can get a visual. So there she is, right? So there's the truss, and that's the people. You know, people would decide to walk on that.
Crazy.
What?
Never.
I don't even care if I thought it was inactive or there weren't trains running on it. I would never walk on that.
There is nothing that says this is a good idea.
And I am a risk taker. I would not take that risk. So anyways, legend has it, there's a goat man that tries to get you to walk out there, so you get smashed to smithereens with a train. But I don't even know if he's necessary, because it seems like people just do it on their own.
I think this originated from people saying, oh no, it was a goat man that made them walk out there. Goat man.
So maybe. It's literally like, oh, okay. Oh man, people are dying here all over the place. I wonder why people are walking out here all the time. It's the Pope Lick Monster, and he's made of a man and a
goat. It's good. Goat is scary. Goat.
Yeah, definitely a scary goat. And he
satanic.
It was one of the sillier Urbi Leggy cryptid stories that I've seen in a while. I do feel bad that so many people have died on that train track, and I feel like they should They should do more, meaning I feel like more precautions should be done.
What can they do? The train has to go on the train track still, right? So it's not like they could put gates up. They've put signs up there. I'm sure there have been local warnings like, hey, maybe don't go walk on the train tracks in case you don't want to die.
Yeah, I mean, I just feel bad. I mean, I guess I don't feel bad in the manner that they died, but I do feel bad that people died.
Well, nobody wants anyone to die, but like also don't be stupid.
Yeah, agreed. Well, that's the crappy story of the Pope Lick Monster and the train tracks of death and destruction. If you like what you saw, take your goat nugget things on your forehead, press the like and the subscribe button, and ring-a-ding-ding that bell. And if you don't like what you saw, then maybe you need to take a train track to somewhere. The highway to trains. That was a sentence. Great. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more drunken adventures with two old bad girls. See you later. Have a good night. Get out. I hated it. Get out. Goodbye. Get out.
And as always, we will be playing Emily's drinking game.
Da 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 da.